Hi guys and welcome to my channel. For those who are new, my name is Helena Fargaman. In today's tutorial, I will show you how to create a 2x2 raised treble rib UK terms or raised double rib US terms. It is very textured, reversible, attractive looking stitch and functional with elasticity. This stitch would suit many yarn types and qualities. It would look great in cuffs, hem and neckline designs, in the sweater or cardigan, as well as hats, legs warmers, hand warmers. It also could look great on the edge of the blankets, and it can combine well with other stitches for various projects. To begin, create a slip knot and chain 16 stitches. Usually when we work treble crochet UK terms or double crochet US terms, we would have to chain 3 stitches to begin a new row, but for this stitch we have to chain only 2 additional stitches to begin a new row. If you look at the diagram, you can see that the first row consists only of treble crochet UK terms or double crochet US terms. You can work into top loop, or you can turn your chain and work under the bumps. I'm going to work into top loop, yarn over, and work 1 treble crochet UK term, so 1 double crochet US terms into a 4th chain stitch from the hook, and continue working treble crochet UK terms or double crochet US terms into each stitch to the end of the row. When you come to the end of your first row, work the last stitch into the chain stitch, and to begin a new row, chain 2 and turn your work. If you turn your work clockwise, your chain will be twisted, then you will have to reposition the hook. If you turn your work anti-clockwise, you don't have to reposition the hook, continue crocheting. In the next row, we will work front and back raised treble crochet UK terms or double crochet US terms. By looking at the symbols and diagram, you can see that front raised stitch marked blue and the back raised stitch marked black. Miss front treble crochet UK terms or double crochet US terms and work 1 front raised treble UK terms or 1 front raised double US terms around the next stitch by inserting your hook from the front around the stem of the treble UK terms or double US terms in the row below from right to left. Then work the stitch the usual way. Once again, work the same stitch around the next stitch by inserting your hook from the front around the stem in the row below from the right to left, then work the stitch in the usual way. After completing 2 front stitches, work 1 back raised stitch around the next stitch, yarn over, insert your hook from the back around the stem of the stitch in the row below from right to left, and work 1 treble crochet UK terms or 1 double crochet US terms in your usual way. Work 1 back raised stitch once again, yarn over, insert your hook from the back around the stem of the stitch in the row below from the right to left, and work 1 treble crochet UK terms or 1 double crochet US terms in your usual way. After completing 2 back raised stitches, work 2 front raised stitches around the next 2 stitches again, and after that work 2 back raised stitches by creating the pattern repeats 2 by 2. If it's difficult to remember the steps, think like that. The front raised stitch is visible, you can see clearly what you do at the front, and the back raised stitch is invisible and you can't see clearly what you do because it's at the back. This method I created in my head when I got confused with those stitches. When you come to the end of the row, chain 2 and turn your work. If you turn your work clockwise, your chain will be twisted, then you will have to reposition the hook. If you turn your work anti-clockwise, you don't have to reposition the hook, continue crocheting. Look at the stitches. For the stitches that are at the back, work back raised treble UK terms or WS terms. And for the stitches that stand out, you have to work front race treble crochet UK terms or double crochet US terms by forming the rib with 2 front stitches and 2 back stitches, creating 2 by 2 rib. Continue practicing on the example. Thank you for watching. I hope you've had great experience. For those who are new to my channel, if you like to see more videos in the future, please subscribe to be notified when I add a new video. Enjoy your day or evening, and I will see you soon.